You know you can be dead without being buried 6 feet under. That was me 7 years ago.
All you have to do is breathe.
I started believing I was nothing because that's how I was treated by everybody. Starting with my own mom, because she let terrible things happen to me as a kid. I can't even look at pictures of me as a kid and remember even growing up. You know, there's like 10 years of my life I've completely blocked out and don't remember any of it. My mom had so many boyfriends and husbands that I didn't know who to call dad, or if even any of them even loved me. So in that, growing up in that environment and situation, I did what most kids do and got in trouble and turned to drugs. I don't know how you can get any deader, but I did it. I went to prison, and when I got out, I tried to get a job. Nobody would hire me. So drugs became my best friend. And all those guys you see on the corner out there with their shopping carts and stuff, begging for change for saying there's something to eat. I was there, did it, and was never for food or anything. It was always for drugs. I lived apart and I looked apart. I never knew where I was going to sleep or where I was going to eat. And the biggest thing is I was just trying to find a reason to take another breath. I blamed everybody I could blame. I thought everybody had forgotten me. I even thought God had forgotten me. I thought the world had condemned me. I thought even God had condemned me. And basically, I thought I was a dead man walking.
Please tell me you'll fight this fight. I can't see without your light. I need you to breathe into my life. Don't tell me this is goodbye. I won't grieve, it's not yet time. Each breath breathed is keeping hope alive. So keep breathing. Go on breathing.
It wasn't that God had forgotten me, it was that I had forgotten about God. I realized God was my one last hope, and I really should have realized that He should have been my first hope. And that's when I started praying. Then one night I crashed at this guy's house, and I'd met this girl named Samantha. And she was talking about God and about her church and how she was just so full of life and everything that, I just I wanted to feel that, and she was so happy, and she wasn't on drugs or anything. So she took me, to her parents, and I met them, which was, they wanted to help me, but wanted me to go away at the same time. But, you could imagine that, who would want me to be around their daughter anyways at that point. And so I started going to this church with Samantha, and now when I went, I found out that that's where all the good people were. That everybody would, looked at me eye to eye, shook my hand, and was glad to see me, and was very positive. And when I was at church, I didn't feel the need for drugs or anything. I was baptized, and the church, people at the church helped me get a job. So one of the guys going to the church, and the church also helped me get a car. And for the first time, I felt, and they treated me like I was somebody. It was like God used Samantha, her family, and His church family to breathe new life into me. I really felt like that machine at the hospital where it has that line, and then it starts going crazy. It started beeping and going crazy, and I felt like I was brought back to life. Today, I have a beautiful family. Samantha and I have been married almost 5 years, We have 2 kids, and one thing I know, they'll never have to worry or wonder whether their dad loves them or is going to be there. Now I have my own construction company, and my mom and I have reconciled our differences and gotten past that. And just when I thought that things couldn't get any better, my wife finds my sister on the internet that I haven't seen in 10 years. And I was able to see her for the first time this past Thanksgiving. And I can say that definitely now I have a reason to take that next breath. I'm not alone. I have my family, this church, and above all, God.